Well, we've got a brand new Doctor, kind of, and that sometimes means a brand new TARDIS, and in this instance, it does, because at the end of the Starbase, we got treated to a glorious sight, a fantastic, sweeping view of the new TARDIS interior, and I want to talk about it. Now, this is a TARDIS interior that was leaked several months ago, maybe 6 months ago, I can't remember now. I did a video on it, and it's my only video ever to be taken down by YouTube, because presumably the BBC did not want it leaked and they complained to YouTube and it got taken down. So this isn't necessarily the first time I knew what the design was going to be because I had seen that leak, but it's the first time where I've seen it in quality, and boy is it quality. This is the first time we've had a white TARDIS, properly white TARDIS, since the classic series. You know, from Paul McGann's TARDIS onwards, there's never really been a white TARDIS since. The War Doctor's TARDIS was kind of white, but it still had the coral console in the middle. Joe Martin's TARDIS, the Fugitive Doctor's TARDIS, was kind of white. That we could maybe count that, but it's not quite the same, and it was quite small and confined like those classic TARDISes were. This is on a whole different level. So we got a white TARDIS, we have roundels, it's multi-level, it's absolutely huge, and there are multiple doorways out. I can't remember where I said it, but some point in the past I've said on videos what I would like to see out of a TARDIS, and it was basically this. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I've wanted to see for years in a TARDIS design. I wanted them to go back to the white aesthetic. I wanted them to have more classic looking roundels, and they kind of have that here. I wanted it to be multi-level. I wanted it to be huge, and I wanted it to look like it branches off and you can go other places outside of this room, which is what the doorways do. This is, I think it's done everything I wanted for a TARDIS design. And, as an added bonus, you can change the colour of the walls if you want to. It's like the LED lights I sometimes have behind me. You can change them and have different colours on your walls. That's nice, isn't it? I did a ranking video of TARDISes a few years ago, and at the top of that was Peter Capaldi's TARDIS. Will it dethrone Peter Capaldi's TARDIS as my favourite? I'm not willing to make that judgment on the basis of one scene. I would like to give it some time to bed in a bit first. Yeah, I'm not ready to make that commitment yet, but it's a contender, and if it doesn't get first place, I'm sure it's going to get second, because, again, it's so good. I love it. All those levels and the slopes running up them, the way David Tennant used the space as well when he first saw it, running around, looping around, running up those ramps and down and stuff. There is so much potential in this set for sweeping shots. If you've seen any of the behind the scenes stuff as well, where you can see a bit further out back from where the cameras are and stuff, and where the cutout of the set is for the cameras to get in, you will see how absolutely huge this set is. It's literally is like a multi-story building in and of itself. We haven't talked about the console itself yet in the middle. It's kind of got this blend of futuristic with the white sections and the more old world type feel with the copper segments in between the white bits. It's a kind of nice blend. And whereas the last TARDIS had a biscuit dispenser, this one has a coffee maker. This is my kind of TARDIS. I am fueled by coffee, so yes, liking the coffee machine. I mean, really we need both, don't we? If you're gonna have a coffee machine, have the biscuit dispenser too, then you can get a nice biscuit to dunk in your coffee. But I do approve of the coffee machine, and being the futuristic Time Lord technology that it is, I would hope that it makes a better latte than some of the automated machines you get in the UK at the moment. There is one thing I would maybe change from this design. I don't hate it, but it's just one thing that, looking at the design, everything feels perfect apart from one thing to me, and that's the time rotor. It's better than Jodie's crystal version, absolutely, but I kind of like one with tubes in. I've just always been one with tubes in as opposed to discs. It's a perfectly reasonable and fine time rotor. It's just one I personally would swap out for something with tubes in. There's a lot of potential for this space, like I said, for sweeping, really interesting shots. They can use it in interesting ways, especially when they can change the color of it like they can. There can be some really interesting different scenes in the TARDIS without every scene in the TARDIS looking the same, so I'm looking forward to that. The colour should help with this, but I did wonder if the stark blank space will get a bit visually boring over time. I don't think it will, but it's just a risk, and I think the being able to change the colours and have different angles that you might not have been able to get on TARDIS sets before does negate that somehow. And if the jukebox that was in the concept art gets added for Ncuti's Doctor, that could be a hint of where we're going to see more personality in the TARDIS added over time. Sort of like when the 12th Doctor added so many more accessories to the 11th Doctor's very cool but a bit bare second TARDIS that he had. Because that TARDIS design carried over from Matt Smith to Peter Capaldi, but a lot more accessories, bookshelves, chalkboards and things were added. If the jukebox is a hint of that sort of stuff to come, that could make it a bit more visually interesting too. Let me know what you thought of the TARDIS design when it premiered in the Star Beast. Is there anything you would change? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you for more Doctor Who videos soon. Goodbye.